God is a God of justice, and he measures everyone by the same law, a righteous and just law. But there are many people out there who use wicked devices to get others to break spiritual law, insist on staying in God's perfect pathways of light, obey spiritual law. The foundation of spiritual law is knowing the will of God and staying in the will of God, and respecting all that is the Lord's, including all life. Remember that God has one and the same law for him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourns among you. All are alike to God, and all are welcome to show their love for him, and his righteousness, by obeying him. Practice psychic self-defense. Do not have sects. Do not eat meat. Read the Bible. Respect all life. Look at the Shem talisman. The talisman is in Hebrew, which reads from right to left. Look at the shapes in the circle from right to left. Say, it is my will to recognize God. Imagine the vast power of God, like the sun, filling the universe and all of creation. Now think, blessed be the Lord God of Shem, forever. Blessed be the Lord God of Shem, forever. Blessed be the Lord God of Shem, forever. Look at the next sigil. This sigil is in Hebrew, which reads from right to left. Scan your eyes around the outer circle of letters in the sigil, starting just to the left of the 12 o'clock position, and circling your eyes anti-clockwise. Just take in the shapes and patterns of the letters, right to left. Say, the Lord alone is God. The Lord alone is God. The Lord alone is God. Proceed to the next circle of letters. Take in the shapes and patterns of the letters, right to left, taking your time to visually scan the shapes. Then look at the next circle of letters. Take in the shapes and patterns of the letters, right to left. Now think, Kosu Heriam Silaviain Arfiha Arziel. The hills are covered with the shadow of it, the shadow of the eagle's wings covering us, and the bough thereof were like the goodly cedars. I am a bough of a goodly tree, and I shall rejoice before the Lord. Move to the center. Look at the word in the central star of David, from right to left. Now complete your visual scan by looking at the sigil. While looking at the sigil, think, the curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blesseth the habitation of the just. The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blesseth the habitation of the just. The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blesseth the habitation of the just. The ritual is complete. Repeat this daily, as many times as necessary. Be assured, the Lord is the Alpha and Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. His word is true, and he said, I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcomes shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But the fearful, and unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars, shall have their part in the lake which burns with fire and brimstone, which is the second death.
This is April Schulthies, using the computer to generate this message. My brother, Rendell Barry Schulthies, is dead. My brother, Todd Perry Schulthies, is dead. My niece, Celeste Schulthies Conway, is dead. All dead. They want me dead, too. Immoral people, today, are still using genocide for gain and amusement. I am a victim of genocide. This is Rome, and they decided to put me down. They don't need a reason, but I am an unmarried virgin past 50. I survived multiple murder attempts, so they are calling me a botched kill. They don't want me to have any more birthdays. They poison my dogs. They used COVID as an excuse to take away my job, my health insurance, my phone, my internet. They blocked my 403b money and my retirement. They cut my power. They denied my unemployment. They also attacked my vehicles. They are still after my cars. The vehicles are old. One is nearly 20 years old, and the other is nearly 23. But they disabled one car last year, and the other recently, when they tried yet again to tow the first. Both cars were attacked in the same week. This is not a coincidence. This is Rome, and Rome wants you to die in the arena. Rome is still here. Rome crucified Christ and created Christianity to cover up the genocide of Jews, Africans, Irish, Celts, Japanese, Chinese, Aborigines, Vietnamese, Koreans, Hmong, Hawaiians, Eskimos, Native Americans, and more. Mexicans are dying on the border every day. Never, never forget. Never. The scriptures say, all the nations shall acknowledge thy truth, and all the people thy glory. Lord, the obedient shall send out a bud forever like a flower of the fields, and shall cause a shoot to grow into the boughs of an everlasting plant. This is April Schulthies. America has shed innocent blood of indigenous peoples. Countless Native Americans were slaughtered in the Sand Creek Massacre on November 29, 1864. A former Methodist minister, John Chivington, a volunteer in the U.S. military, laid in wait and led a surprise attack on peaceful Cheyennes and Arapahoes. These tribes were on their reservation at Sand Creek in southeastern Colorado, and flying the American flag. They were under the protection of the United States. That terrible winter morning, the Native American tribes raised a white flag of surrender, but the U.S. military, knowing the peaceful nature of the encamping tribes, ignored the American flag and the white flag. The slaughter was terrible, and Chivington was not punished, although he cavorted through streets with Indian body parts, including genitalia, taken from the peaceful Native Americans that he slaughtered. Yet the U.S. never returned the lands they stole from Native Americans during this and other massacres. We need to show we are for justice. Justice. Give these lands back to the tribes, all of them.